Okay, so what do we look for first?
Bees?
Where do we look for the bees?
In the hive.
Before we open the hive, what do?
Smoke it.
We smoked it, so we got our smoker right here.
Yep.
What did we use for smoker fuel?
Wood chips.
Pine shavings.
Oh.
Okay. What do we do to keep bees from climbing up our pant legs?
Keeping away.
What do we wear to keep the bees from going up our pant legs?
Oh, boots.
There you go. And before we open the hive, we smoked them in the front.
Uh-huh.
And we also looked for,
yeah, they're really mad.
well, we looked for pollen. So now we see some pollen coming in.
That's good.
Where should we be standing?
Side.
Never right in front of it?
Nope.
Because that holds them up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The bees are actually really calm.
I don't from that.
So we're going to get inside and we're going to see what's going on around here.
I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, poor dead bee.
So, this is the divider board right here.
Yep.
That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frames available inside that section.
Wow.
And extras, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra frames with us, just in case we need them. And the bees have gone under their divider board and they're already making comb way back here on this foundationless frame. So we can actually start right there and look at them.
Oh.
Look at that. What good is a divider board if the bees are just going to go around it?
Yep.
Let's pull this up and see what's up.
Oh.
Now that is natural comb. Is that the way we like to see it though?
No.
Look at all these weird angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't pull that very straight, did they?
No.
Nope. But it gives us a chance to look at it and we get to see what the bees would do on their own.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Now what's in these combs?
There's some dead bees.
Yeah, there always could be.
That's very sad.
So we're going to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal is to have live bees, right?
Yeah, not dead bees.
So these extra frames, how did the bees even get to them? They're not even stuck together. Now when we get to the main part, the frames will be stuck together.
Hey,
now what is that right there?
What?
What is this stuff?
Honey.
That's wax.
Oh.
It's beeswax. And it's already stamped out, and that's what we put in there so the bees have something to start to build on.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, there's a lot of bees.
And how come there's wires going through it? Right through here.
They have spacing.
Spacing? That's an interesting answer, but beeswax is pretty soft in general. So if it got hot, it would sag down. What do you think the wires do?
Keep it warm. Cold.
Make it a little stronger. So if the wires are there, then maybe the wax won't melt down.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? I think that's good.
That's crazy.
Now what we're going to do is we want to keep these in order.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and put them back in.
Yep.
We're going to keep them at the end over here. I'm going to let them keep this extra comb that they're making however they seem to want to make it.
Yeah, I know.
And so I'm glad that we started there, and we don't want to push them together right now because if we did, what's between the frames? Bees.
Bees, and we don't want to hurt them.
Thank you. Good answer, Quinn. Now what's in this frame right here? You can hold it.
Okay.
What's in that?
Those wires.
Those are wires. And why do we have wires?
So it doesn't like get saggy.
Very good answer. See, you're learning already. And then we mark one side of the frame.
Yep.
And leave the other side unmarked. Why do we do that?
To know which number it is.
To know, well, the order that they're in, but also because we want to make sure that when we're putting them back, all the marked sides are towards us.
Oh.
That way we don't put them back crooked. So there's another empty frame. That's good news, actually. But we have a mystery to solve.
What?
How the bees are getting through, and now we see it. Right down there in that corner. See where the bees came through?
Yeah, I can see those bees.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So that tells me our divider board is a little crooked, and you're right, there's dead bees down there. Now when we move the divider board, do you think we'll see a bunch of dead bees on the bottom too?
Probably.
Why? Are bees dirty or clean?
Clean.
They're clean. So if they have full access on the other side of this divider board, We pull this divider board off. What are we going to see? Clean or dirty?
Clean.
Yes, good answer. So now, yeah, see how tight that is? Try to pull that with your hand a little bit. Feel how tight it is? Do you know why you can't pull it?
It's glue.
The bees glue it up. And do you remember the name for what they use to glue these
Bee glue.
pieces? It's bee glue, but it's propolis. Can you say propolis?
Propolis.
Okay, propolis. Now we have to get our smoker ready.
Okay. Because we're about to do more.
Because when we first opened this, that part may not have been smoked, and we want the bees to be calm.
Yeah.
So tell me what smoke does. Do you remember?
It makes the bees like mad.
It makes them mad. It's the opposite. We're trying to calm them. We don't want to make them mad.
Oh. You know what's nice about YouTube videos?
What's nice about YouTube videos?
You can like hear what they're saying about the stuff so you can like learn.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to hold this camera for me. Keep it steady, just like that. And I'm going to use, what's this called?
A bee tool.
A hive tool? Yeah.
Pretty close. It's opposite.
Made out of metal. And we're going to use that to press in here, and we're going to spread it carefully. Because again, it's bee glue. Do you remember what that's called? Propolis. We get some light puffs in here. And now I'll take that camera from you again.
Can I show them the front?
Sure, you can show them the front. And then come on back, and we're going to start looking at these. Okay, now I want to show something.
Okay.
We have bees clinging to each other here. See how they're holding hands right there?
Yeah.
That's called festooning. And when bees do that, they're measuring the spaces.
Also,
So let's get some of these frames out of the way. These are empty. We're going to put them on the ground.
That's really cool how they make like a bridge.
It is. It's a chain of bees, and they use their bodies to make measurements.
Oh, look how much bees are in that area.
Okay, now here's a good one. Look at that honeycomb. It's nice and white.
Yep.
Now, do we put sugar feed on these?
Yeah.
Is there any kind of feeder?
Yes.
No.
How?
Where's the feeder?
There's none.
None. So where do they get what they need to make honeycomb?
Pollen and honey and
They
stuff.
get it from flowers. Yeah.
Because there's bees
And
on
let's
the
look
red,
at this. Yeah, we don't want to smash them. That's why we didn't put it down. That is a natural comb.
Oh.
And see these that are dangling here?
Yeah.
What are they doing again?
Holding hands and see how
And
much space
they're
they have.
measuring. Yeah, and it's called festooning. So they're going to measure that. And right now, do you see anything in that honeycomb?
Honey.
Do you see honey in it?
Yes, it's yellow. Is that honey?
Nice, it absolutely is. Good eye, Quinn.
I don't really know if it's honey or I don't
We're
really
going
know.
to pinwheel this around. Let's look at the other side of it.
Oh my gosh, that's full. Yeah, oh, more honey.
More honey? Nice. So the bees that are putting the honey in there,
Yeah. And there's a corner.
they
of bees.
actually work inside the hive. Bees that put honey in cells have not been outside. The bees that forage, that get the honey, bring it in, and then they pass it on to these other bees. Now look at, this is a full hive of bees. Look how many frames we are. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
13th
14.
frame out. So it's a 13th frame, even though it says 17 on it.
Yeah, it's
Look at how many bees are on it. Do you think this is a healthy hive of bees?
a super healthy one.
Absolutely, super
I
healthy.
remember when we saw the whole corner filled with thousands of bees.
Thousands of bees.
I know, that was
Now someone
so
is going to
great.
want to know, how old are you?
6.
You're 6 years old?
Huh?
And you're a beekeeper?
Yep.
That's amazing.
I know.
Okay, now look at this. All new honey and everything else. I'm going to, now it says FN on it, so that tells me we had a foundation. And the foundation is, just a refresher,
Okay.
this beeswax that comes from Dr. Leo at horizontalhive.com. And that beeswax is supposed to be cleaner. It comes from a part of the world where industrial chemicals are not being used. This is heavy. Wow, is that heavy?
Can I hold it?
So when it's so heavy,
How much honey it has?
it's so heavy because of the honey. I have to tell you,
I know.
that is a very heavy frame of honeycomb.
I know, and how much honey's on that bottom?
Look, it's just full. Oh my gosh,
I know
I should have done that with 2 hands. In fact, let me give you the camera. That is very heavy. Let me get this down here at your height so you can see it. What do you think of that?
I know.
Both sides.
I know. Oh.
Don't get too close to the camera because we want it to focus.
Yep.
That is a heavy frame. Now we are going to give them access to more frames, but we're almost out of space, aren't we?
Yep.
So, I'll take that back. Right next to this one that says FN, so it has foundation on it, NFN, no foundation. Now I know we could have economized our marks and just said N or F. Somebody will be
On your finger.
recommending that we save it. Now this one, no foundation. So we get to see how the bees make the comb on their own. Look at that.
Oh, you might have hurt that bee, I think.
I didn't touch it on anything. Look at this.
And that's a lot.
Now
of
what's
honey
going on over here?
there.
They're holding hands again?
Yep. That's
What's
a
it called?
Am I unlocking this?
Festooning. Festooning bees. They're measuring, and look, they're following those wires down. That's hopefully going to give them some support. So what do we have on this frame? Baby bees or more honey?
More honey.
More honey, and it sure is heavy.
Hey, Grandpa.
Now this one, I want to talk about this just a little bit.
Okay.
We do not want to tilt this too much to look at the wax. Do you know why?
Why? The bees
Because
might
it's
fall off.
attached at the top over here. Well, the bees could fall off, but more important than that, the wax could swing out and break off. It's brand new wax. It's very soft. So we're going to keep it vertical.
Okay.
And we're going to carefully put it down here. And notice that we are not pushing these frames right together so we don't smash any bees.
Yeah, these bees are really nice today.
They're very calm. And what's the temperature outside right now? Any idea?
It was 65 this morning.
This morning, but it's in the 70s now.
71.
And that's Fahrenheit.
70.
But the temperature, when we say 71 degrees, that temperature is in the shade actually. So we have sunshine on these bees early afternoon, and that lets us look inside easier. So I'm going to grab this one. Oh my gosh.
Are we gonna
Very, very heavy. Oh, that's a heavy frame.
Wait.
I will bet
Oh
you.
my gosh, look how
I will
tiny that
bet
is.
you that. Hold the camera, Quinn.
Okay.
I'll bet you this weighs 10 pounds. So, look
That's
at
a lot of
that.
honey.
That is lots of honey.
I know.
And you know what? We are going to be able to get, there's no brood in this. We are going to be able to get honey from this colony.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
so.
it is not even July yet.
And you're getting so much honey.
So much honey.
Are we getting spoiled that other
And
hive
these
over there?
Pardon?
Are we gonna see those other bees hives?
Yes, we're going to look at the other hive. Don't forget, you're making a video. So you want to aim it at the bees.
Would you
Now we'll go here.
eat that
Now
one?
what am I looking for? I want to know if
Honey.
this hive has a queen.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think would tell me that we have a queen?
Marker.
So we have all these, this is a honey frame. I only have to start to lift it a little bit to know that that's full.
Yep, cause
You gotta get another one open here. Pry these apart a little bit. Whoops.
I couldn't really be, right?
Could have hurt a bee. We want to keep our movement slow, not awkward like that.
I know.
That's another frame, a very heavy frame.
Yeah, but like you.
Okay, here we go. See the difference in this? I want you to look in there. See the different color of the beeswax?
Yeah,
What do you see? Is it yellow or white?
it's like foam. It's like yellow.
That's an interesting comparison. It looks like foam,
Foam. Yeah, it's like yellow.
but it is yellow, and you're right, its texture is a little softer, and that's because underneath those caps,
What's that white stuff on the roof?
that is insulation. We're going to pull this one up. I expect it to be lighter, and it is.
Oh.
And look at that. Do you know what we're looking at?
Huh.
Be
Bee
very
foam.
careful when we set this down here so we don't smash any of the bees. Give them a chance to get out from underneath
Bee foam.
because we want to video this. You're calling that bee foam.
Yeah, kind of is bee foam.
What that is brood.
Brood.
Thousands of capped brood.
Wow.
So what that means is we have developing bees. Up at the top here we have honey,
That's so.
stored honey.
Yeah, you have to
And
like
every
show
one
me.
of these will hatch out and we'll have another worker bee.
Yes, that's amazing.
Now, they get this cap on about their 9th day of development. So when the egg gets laid, it's an egg for 3 days. Then, when that egg hatches, its open larvae and gets fed by the bees until about its 9th day it gets fed.
Look, you see that one bee like in the hive?
Now, these are your favorite bees. What is this right here?
Drone.
That's a drone. Good call, Quinn. Drones are male bees. Can they sting us?
Nope.
Sure can't. That's why they're fun to hold, huh?
I know.
So let's
I
start
want
turning
them.
these around
I want
very carefully.
Give me that drone.
What do we have on the other side now?
Honey.
Honey or more capped brood?
Cat brood.
More capped brood. Thousands. We are looking at over 6,000 bees on one side. When those emerge from those capped cells, we will have over 6,000 new workers in this hive.
You have like 1 trillion bees.
That is good news. I'm not sure that 1 trillion is an applicable number, but I know that you're 6. And coming up with amazing names for large numbers is something that 6-year-olds do. You really think 1 trillion? Is that what you're thinking?
And all of these bees and hives.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so what I want to know is, do I have a queen in here?
Probably.
What would tell me that there's a queen in here?
There's like a dot on them.
We have to, well, yeah, and we're ready to mark her. Oh my gosh,
Cat
more brood.
I said, oh, honey,
More brood.
I said cat brood.
That's capped. That's true. Now, once they're under that cap, do the bees have to feed them anymore?
Nope.
Sure don't. So all the bees have to do at that point is keep them warm
Oh, so that's good.
until they hatch. So I'm going to carefully rest these here because I'm doing one-handed work. What's on the other side? More capped brood. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Is there anything funny looking on this frame?
Yes.
What?
That.
Right down here? You're right. That's funny looking. Now, normally we would think that might be a queen cell, but it's not. I'm going to guess ahead of time that is a queen cup. And it's larger than other cells. Notice that all these cells face out towards us, right?
Yeah.
And these cups face down. Queen cups and queen cells go down.
Oh, that one's
Worker and... Yeah, what were you going to say?
That one's kind of left.
That's another queen cup. So
And the
what
one-
we do is now we're going to look up underneath it and see if there's anything in there, and there is not.
I want to be.
So
on
because they're empty, those are queen cups, not queen cells, and we're in good shape. That means they're not getting ready to go. Although if I had another Layens hive, which we don't, I would be pulling 2 or 3 frames of brood here and putting them in another hive and making an entirely new hive of bees. We can't do it because this is not compatible with any of our other beehives. We have Langstroth frames and they're very specific.
Hey, grandfather.
Now they're very calm considering, yeah, what did you want to say?
I want to hold a bee.
You want to hold a bee. Well, if I get you a drone later,
Okay. Probably.
I'm looking for eggs. If I find eggs,
What do eggs look like?
we're going to find out. Like a tiny grain of rice, only much smaller.
Oh, is it like silver?
Okay, now here we're going to start moving faster.
Oh.
And
Is it cool how bees get in those really small holes when they're big?
in the cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're putting nectar in here, but we also have capped brood over here. We've got stored honey over here. So this is an area
And
you better
some-
be careful. We want to be seeing the queen.
And there's some honeycomb up there.
Yes, there is.
And
There's
bees-
honeycomb everywhere, but you're right. There's honey in it up there. Let's keep going.
I just noticed the honey in there.
I'm going to turn this around carefully. We are in the brood area. So now this is uncapped, right?
Oh, whoa. Oh, there's
So
more. There's
I need
more.
your help.
There's
If
more
you
of
see
that
the
kind
queen, you got to let me know.
Oh, are they really big?
The queen is big, she's longer, and you know why I know she's going to be around here? Because we have eggs. If you look inside these little cells right here, come closer. If you look in the bottom of that cell, you see a little tiny white thing. Do you see it?
Yeah.
That's an egg. So there's eggs here, which means the queen is here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, get a lot.
And how long do they spend as an egg?
3 days.
3 days. Great answer.
Oh, do you see that bee like sticking in the beehive right there?
Yeah, they have to stick their heads in to take care of the cells. So we're in queen country. Now, do we have to find the queen now that we found eggs?
Yes.
Really? Or do we know that she's here somewhere
We know
because
she's
of
here
the
somewhere.
eggs?
Yeah.
Right. But now we're just on for extra credit.
What legs are
We want to see, do I need to put more smoke on these bees?
probably
Probably. Based on what?
kind of mad.
What?
Like kind
Are they getting mean? What's showing us that they're mad? Do we have bees staring at us?
No.
And flying at our faces?
No.
No. That is an undertaker bee that is taking out a dead one.
Well, that was funny, right?
Yeah, you got to see that. I think my smoker is out, but there might be some residual smell there that calms them.
Yeah. It's
All right.
It's not about the smoke. It's like about.
So I'm going to take a
smell.
couple of quick looks here just to see if we can find the queen, but we've got a hive here that is absolutely full.
I see it at that bee. Like in the grass.
You're not supposed to celebrate dead bees. You should be excited about the live ones.
Don't look at it.
Okay, let's get this one up. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Not only that, when I picked it up,
Yeah, there's beads on the bottom.
I know we got to be careful not to smash them.
Oh, look, yeah.
Look for that queen.
Look,
If you spot her, you get a prize. Now these are drones up at the top, your favorite bees. I do not see the
wait,
queen.
that-
Look at all the larvae. Look at down here. What do you see? Larvae.
So,
Baby bees developing, right?
okay, so there should be a.
The queen should be around. This is the area where she would be. So I'm going to turn this on its corner.
And there's more
Keep your
queens,
eyes
though.
peeled. Look at those are queen cups because they don't have any eggs in them.
And there's a
We're
lot
looking
of
for the queen. I need your focus. I need your eagle eyes. You spot the queen, there's going to be a prize.
Oh, is it
You
that
see it?
thing right
Now
there?
just be careful not to touch what you think it is. It's not. No.
How's that drone?
Those are drones. And it's very common for people to look at drones and think that they're queens.
Yeah.
But if you look at their eyes
Oh, it's
and
smaller.
see how those come together, the drones have big eyes, queens have smaller eyes.
Because I don't really look at the bee's
Here we
eyes.
go. We're going to lower that right down there. Nice and calm. And the last time I had my tool laying here, when I closed it up, and people were saying, wow, Fred, you left your bee tool in there, so if you're looking for it, it's in the beehive. But I leave a tool in every hive because they're flat and easy to store. And that keeps me from cross-contaminating.
Have you been?
Any beehives? No.
Hour yet?
Has it been a half hour?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're looking for the queen. Whoa, look at this.
Ooh.
Look at all that
Oh,
goodness.
okay, you're smushing bees.
I didn't smash a bee. Where is this smash bee you're talking about?
There's bees right at the corner. You could
They're at
tell.
the corner, but they're out of the way. I'm going to show that.
Yeah, no,
Just
they're out of the
getting called out by a 6-year-old. All right. I'm looking for the queen. She should be here. I
Oh.
feel warmth from this frame.
The little bee sticking its head in.
Where's that queen? We want to mark her. What color will we mark her if we find her?
Yellow.
Yellow. Yes, this year is yellow.
Oh, I see it.
Look, here's another cell again. That's a queen cup. 2 queen cups.
I find.
Now hold the foam.
Okay. I'll be find
That bee is up inside that cell right there.
I'll be find the queen. I'll get some yellow markers as fast as I can, so I don't lose it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for being the helper today. Lots of pollen.
I'm gonna go and check up what the fuck.
Now this bee, there is a bee inside this cell right here.
All the way in.
So we need to be careful. There might be eggs in there if there are. That's a swarm cell. It's on the edge of the frame.
Yep.
If they're making a replacement, then we might lose. This is a very full hive. They are simulated to swarm because there's so many of them.
We saw over like 50,000.
And we can't expand the hive anymore. So we're gonna pack it in on this one.
Okay. I'm gonna go check up what this over.
What's the good news?
I saw some yellow on the bee's leg.
Okay, but you're at another hive. That's different from this one.
But at least I still saw
Okay.
yellow.
So what I would like to do, I think I might come back to this hive later.
Okay.
Get the queen. If this were a Langstroth hive, I would just pull that frame and we're going to very carefully push these together.
I think I saw a bit of honey. Plant fodder. Why do bees take the dead bees and hide them in the grass? Like when they're dead. So animals eat dead bees? Do animals eat dead bees? Yeah. We see that stuff's on the leg.
So now what we're going to do is we've closed up all of these frames. We've got a potential swarm cell being made. It takes a lot of time to get bees out from in between these. Here's a drone for you, Quinn.
Hi, bunny.
There you go. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to take a frame that we have here.
Don't do not like me.
Already with foundation in it. I'm going to drop that down in there. Carefully close this up. We're going to take the frames that are on the other side of our... So we want to juxtapose foundation with foundationless. So we've got this one here that we pulled out first. The bees are being creative with it. I don't care. I'm going to pull the divider board back here. Follower board, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put a foundation piece here on the end. And we're going to close that up. And we're going to close up the follower board. And wait. Be careful here. The follower board almost has lost its purpose. I'm going to drop another frame in here. Let's just give them the whole thing. The colony is so big, Quinn. We're going to give them every available frame. We're just going to see what happens. Now the entire beehive is under their control. So we're going to close this up.
Those people who are watching the video
are
wondering where I am.
They're wondering where you are?
Probably.
Why do you think they're wondering about you? You think they're like, where did that 6-year-old go in his bee suit? He's so elusive.
I'm
I'm going to leave that hive tool right there.
I'm right at the side looking for honey in the bees.
And we have to close this out. So we got to make sure the bees are not on top here. Get those hinges going. Bees follow light. And we're clear. Yes. Good job, Quinn. Any last words? Anything you want to say?
Bye. Should I say welcome?
Okay, so Quinn, we're at another beehive. What kind is it?
Long
Langstroth. Okay. And what we've got is a similar situation here. Lots of bees on the frames.
Yep.
All the honey is stored back here. We've slid these over. These are oak cover boards that we've taken off. Got some bees on the underside of that feeder board there. They have not had any feed. This is where we make the break. So, entrance is all the way in that corner.
Where the queens are.
That means we'll find the queen, brood, and so on down there. As they get this way, less brood, more honey, until at this mark, everything back here is honeycomb. So these could be harvested later. There's no queen excluder in here anywhere. We have a single entrance. It's outside. That's why the brood is concentrated on this end.
I'm trying to wait for... Are those two drones?
And these are still propylized down. And there is something I wanted to show you, because someone asked in the past, you could, when you're opening frames, we could put the tool right between here and we could pry them apart this way.
Geez, they have big brain.
Or we can come over here and we can push the tool between the shoulders, and that way we're putting pressure here. If we pull here and these are getting old and they're stuck together with propolis, these are thin points that could break on the hive. So that's why we like to push them. I like to push them that way.
I'm trying to wait till these drones again.
The other thing is, we pry them away from that side, Quinn, before we lift the frame. And that's because, look at how many bees are in between these frames, right?
Do you hear that bee? That was
So if we didn't pull it apart and we pulled it straight up, do you think that would roll those bees against each other?
No.
Yes, it would if we didn't pull it apart.
I'm trying to wait till one of these drones can get on the wood right here.
So, and this is very heavy. So this is another honey frame.
How heavy is it?
Thousands of bees. How heavy is it? Do you want to try to hold one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take it out for you. But I want to explain before you hold it.
Okay.
Hold your hands like this, flat. Okay. You're going to hold the ends. Now we want to be careful that when you hold the ends that you don't have bees underneath your glove.
Okay.
Because we're practicing for a time when maybe you won't have to wear the gloves.
Yeah.
And that's when Grandfather gets stung. When I put my finger on the top of a bee.
You don't get stung.
Okay, so that's when they sting me. Hold your hands on the sides, all the way up by these ears here. Don't wrap your hands around or you'll smash bees. Get up near the top, Quinn. Push this hand up here. There you go. There it is. Now you ready to hold it? Use your muscles. Very heavy, isn't it?
Wow.
Okay, let go. I'm afraid you're going to drop it. That is very heavy, and that can weigh up to 7 pounds. That is all honey there. You had a drone?
Yep.
Your favorite?
Yes, and a drone.
All right, so we're going to work through these pretty fast. All I want to do is see eggs. Now, unlike the Layens Hive that we were just into,
He likes me.
if we want to pull these frames, if there's a lot of resources, and you're right, that's a drone, your friend. If we wanted to pull frames of brood here and share them with other Langstroth hives, we could do it very easily because the frames are all compatible. These are standard Langstroth deep frames.
Hey, Grandfather, do you know why this drone likes me?
I don't.
Because I saved him from this.
More honey, very heavy.
Because he couldn't, because he could have been stuck away for a long time.
Yeah, he could have been.
So I think.
It's all one-handed. Now that's nice new comb, and that's because we checkerboarded the last inspection.
I can't believe
Checkerboarding means we put frames in here with foundation
Don't put that down.
in between established frames, and then that caused them to work them soon. It's a nice heavy frame. I'll try to not smash bees on the corner here.
Yeah.
Okay. And just gonna show the other side.
This drone. Oh.
They're so heavy. Anyway, pure beeswax, pure honey. So these will be frames later that can be harvested when the time comes.
That's funny. This will be on your back.
And no queen excluder because of the way they're arranged. Again, as we get away from brood, this way all honey, this way brood.
They're gonna be on your back.
He's allowed to be on my back. I should probably fly away later.
I know.
We're gonna move faster here.
I know. We both have a bee on us.
Oh, another heavy frame. Goodness.
I can't believe they're heavy for you too.
They're heavy for me. Well, you know Grandfather's frail.
And
So
you're very strong.
anyway, odor isn't everything.
And,
So we're gonna move this all back.
I'm happy this.
Another heavy honey frame.
And I'm happy those bees aren't pooping on me like every drone.
You're happy when bees are not pooping on you.
Yes.
You and everybody else. Now this is marked better comb. Pre-drawn.
Or, geez, this one really likes my
Get this cover board off.
hand.
The cover boards are over 1 inch thick and they're made out of red oak.
This
Lots of propolis on them. Very healthy for the beehive.
Probably thinks my hand
I'm going to take a pause on the
is
camera
that
here.
honeycomb,
I have things to do.
right? 2 bees on your hand.
So you've got 2 bees on your hand.
Yep.
What kind of bee is that? A drone and a worker.
Yep.
Good job. But we want to show really quickly. Look at the honey there. Some brood through here. Honey, brood, everything else. Can you do me a favor, Quinn? Because I know you can count to 100. How many frames are we looking at here? Start at that end and count the frames for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
There's
16,
nothing. What are you counting there? 13, 14, what? There's no frame. This is a frame.
1, 2, 3.
Let's do it real quick. We're making a video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
I can't even count that fast.
27 frames were overloaded.
And,
So, the good news is
huh.
we can make a nucleus hive from this hive. They are so abundant. And here we are, the last week of June, pollinator week. And you can tell that the bees, by the way, see how they're clustered right here?
Yeah.
And too bad you can't feel it with your hand, but if you didn't have a glove on,
Yeah.
it's much warmer here. So the brood is really concentrated there. And I think that's where we would find the queen, but I
Feel
don't.
it from here.
You can't because of your goatskin gloves. But all we want to do is see eggs, and what would that tell us? What if we see eggs?
Queen nearby.
There's a queen. So if we have the queen, we're going to get out of here. It's getting cold now. It's actually only 70. And we're going to find out if we have eggs, and then we're going to stop. Quick shout out here to the Honeystead.
Are you looking those behind?
They
some of those ones over
make
there?
these really cool hive tools. Kaylee from the Honeystead. Very good YouTube channel, by the way, if anybody wants to check that out. And they are by far the best finish on a bee tool I've ever seen.
Why do these drones
Super.
say-
Okay, here we are. We've got brood right here. So we're going to get in here,
This one is
push
going.
that shoulder out with our Honeystead tools. Another heavy one, but this is a combination of honey and brood. So if I find eggs, we're going to be out of here.
Why?
Because we want to close it up. There's no reason to bother them anymore. We have healthy colonies. They have everything going on here.
You hear that drone right on my hand?
Yeah, here's some noisemakers. I'm going to try to balance this on here. If this falls down, so be it.
Yeah, could hurt some bees.
2 hands. I can move so much freer and faster.
Oh, bee fell off.
Okay, we have
Fell off.
brood of all ages.
Oh, a bee fell off.
We have eggs.
Yes.
Eggs tell us the queen has been here when, Quinn?
A few months ago.
With, not a few months ago. Within the last 3 days.
Wow.
So we have a queen. We do not see queen cells. You have to be very careful and don't smash any other bees while you're trying to grab a drone.
Oh, and you,
See how your gloves don't fit you? Where are the
wait for
fingers?
me.
Where are the fingers?
Right here.
I don't see any fingers in there. I see little octopus hands.
Grandfather, look.
What?
He's on my face.
He's on your veil. That's your friend, not mine. Okay. Pull this one up. More eggs, loads of eggs, in fact. Very cool. This is another colony. This is a candidate for a split.
What is it?
I have too many bees. They're not going to make it to the end of the year. They're going to overfill. I don't even have to look any farther. We're going to close them up, Quinn. And so much easier too, by the way. I'm not slamming the Layens Hive, but Layens frames, when you're pushing them together, the entire back of the frame is a pinch point for bees.
Okay.
Here, we only have these little shoulders as pinch points. Much easier to close up shop at the
Is that
end.
a queen?
What's that?
Was that a queen?
No, that's a worker.
Are
All right, Quinn, we're going to button it up.
okay.
Good inspection. Thank you.
Are we gonna look at those hives? One of some of those.
We are on a tight schedule. I have to be somewhere. Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Come back for
And-
another video.
And this is what? The way to be.
Way to be.